The 36th annual North Charleston Arts Festival will return next week. In this edition of Quintin's Close-Ups, I sit down with Kyle Lahm of the North Charleston Cultural Arts Festival. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Well, Kyle, it's so good to meet you.
Thanks for coming to see us.
Anytime. Love coming to North Charleston City Hall.
That's right.
And I know that in an email you sent me, you told me that you guys are extremely busy.
We are. We're getting ready for the 2018 North Charleston Arts Festival, 36th annual.
Wow.
And we're very excited here at the North Charleston Cultural Arts Department.
And let me read the article from the Charleston Chronicle. It reads this. The annual North Charleston Arts Festival is just 1 month away, set to take place May 2nd to 6th, that is. The celebration of arts and culture highlights the talents of national, regional, and local artists and performers in the areas of dance, music, theater, visual arts, media arts, and literature. Talk to me about those talents.
Well, it's a 5-day festival, and obviously we try to pull in performers and presenters from all of the disciplines that you just named. So that means that we're going to have a lot of different performances, presentations, plays, theater, drama, dance performance groups, and of course several large-scale exhibits, not just at the convention center, but also all over the city.
Wow.
So currently, actually today, is the final installation of sculpture over at Riverfront Park, where the National Outdoor Sculpture exhibit is housed. And at Riverfront Park, if you walk through, there are 14 large-scale major outdoor sculptures that are accepted in this year's exhibition. And there's actually an app you can use to help tour through the sculptures, and you get to hear the artist's statement about what caused them to create the piece. So, and that's just one part of our outdoor stuff. We also have College of Charleston sculpture students who produce large-scale sculptures. Those are throughout the city. There's a spot up on Rivers Avenue. There's several spots in Park Circle. We have a spot on International Boulevard. So you'll see those all over. Of course, details on all of the exhibits are at the festival website, which is northcharlestonartsfest.com. And then on May 5 and 6, we have the expo over at the Charleston Area Convention Center. And during that week, the 5 days of the festival, starting on the 2nd, we have the Palmetto Hands Fine Craft exhibit, which is a statewide exhibit of artisans producing craft pieces. So we're talking some fiber pieces, some large-scale paintings, metalwork, clay, all of that stuff. And we also have a straight-up visual art exhibit, which will feature pastels and drawing and oil and acrylics. And then a photography exhibit. So around 500 pieces between photography and visual art, and typically another 75 or so from Palmetto Hands. So a multitude of art will be displayed, and it's very easy to enter into the visual art and photography competition. So we have 2 days where folks can drop off on April 30th and May 1st at the convention center. And then throughout the 5 days, there are performances all over the city. We have performances at libraries, at senior centers, we have a first-time performance at a venue called Souls on Upper Dorchester Road, which we haven't used before. We have a jazz show there. We have a wine and opera event with the Small Opera Company occurring at Stems and Skins, which is a somewhat new place in Park Circle, a couple years old. We have a hip-hop coloring event at the Purple Buffalo. And that's just a few of the things. We have a bluegrass group performing at the Common House Ale Works, which is a brand new brewery, which is beautiful and has a great outdoor space to showcase bluegrass. And then, of course, on Saturday and Sunday, May 5 and 6, from 11 to 5, we have 4 stages of performances, all the exhibits mentioned, kids' activities, food. The concession stand will be open if someone wants to have a glass of wine while they watch the Charleston Symphony Brass Quintet, or we have plenty of other performers there. We have a great reggae group at the convention center this year called the Alchemistics. They're a touring group, very well known nationally. We're really excited to have them. We have a band called Kairaba from North Carolina, which does West African dance. We had them 3 or 4 years ago with much acclaim. They're really fun. Classical music, like I mentioned, from the symphony. We have some youth performance groups. That'll be happening on our youth stage and our kids zone, which also features creation stations for the kids to come and create with some local artists, a small youth arts market, as well as inflatables for them. And then, of course, around 30 arts and crafts vendors will line the hallway of the convention center, selling things that have been locally made, and very affordable, and usually find some great jewelry or a piece for the home, or some pottery or something cool to put in your house. So we feel like there's going to be a little something for everyone along the 5 days that we have planned.
And you talk about nationally earlier. The article that is from the Chronicle newspaper, so reads this: recognized by the Southeastern Tourism Society. Yes, top 20 event in both 2008 and 2018.
Yeah, we've got that again for the first time in 10 years. So that's a pretty big award that we're really excited about, and we thank them for choosing us. This festival is largely free. We had a few ticketed events. The Midtown Theater is doing a run of Neil Simon's Broadway Bound. Obviously, that's a ticketed theater presentation. We have a kickoff party for our sponsors that was ticketed, but it's sold out.
Wow.
But largely, pretty much everything else is free.
Wow.
All of the events at the convention center are free, so really just bring in some cash to buy your food and drinks or to shop.
Right.
It's kind of all you need to do. Next week we're also really excited about receptions for all the exhibits I mentioned. I think the only other exhibit I haven't mentioned are the exhibits that you'll see in City Hall. When you leave today, you'll see some of those going up. The African American Fiber Art exhibit is coming. We have a great exhibit from an art school in Honduras featuring Honduran painters who've gone to that school. They are touring the United States, raising awareness about what the school does and their need for supplies, and that exhibit will be on the 3rd floor of City Hall. It is gorgeous. And our artist in residence, Camila Guevara, will have an exhibit here in City Hall. She actually got here right before you did, and she's installing as we speak as well.
Wow.
We have a reception for all those exhibits on Thursday night, May 3rd, here at City Hall at 6 o'clock. And double time on Thursday night, we have our first inaugural Arts Fest Marsh Jam. And that's over at The Bend, which is a beautiful riverside venue off of Azalea Drive. Very accessible for lots of folks. It's free. And we have 2 incredible bands performing. We have a band from North Carolina, the Pinkerton Raid, who do sort of Americana and indie rock. And then we also have a band out of upstate New York called the Big Mean Sound Machine, and they are super funky. They are a 9-piece band with horns, doing Afrobeat, Latin, all kinds of different styles. They will have everybody up on their feet. In that event, we'll have some fun stuff for the kids, and of course, a beautiful sunset on the Ashley River. And then on Friday the 4th, our annual Arty Block Party, which combines an art walk and a street dance into one big fun event. Over on East Montague, where we have several festivals throughout the year. Again, it's an art walk. Artists will be displaying, and we'll have the 2 bands and street dancing and lots of fun and kids activities, of course, at that event as well. So
that's so exciting.
We have a lot going on, Quintin.
I see that. And let me get back. Recognized by the Southeast Tourism Society as the top 20 event, both in 2008 and 2018. What do you want the nation to know about the North Charleston Arts Fest?
Well, we really feel like this festival is super accessible and really appeals to all walks of life. As I mentioned before, we're doing everything from school performances to senior performances and everything in between. So we really feel like we bring in such a variety of different types of performers. I've mentioned so many different types of art, right? We have art from Honduras, we have local art, and we have an African American fiber art exhibit, which is something we've been doing for years. It's curated by Cookie Washington, a well-known local fiber artist, and she has curated that event for a long time for us, and she will be here this morning to start getting that up on the walls. So
I might run into her.
You might run into her, that's right. But we just feel like this event draws folks from all over the region. We have a lot of great performers, great artists, great theater happening. We even helped put together this year's Park Circle comic book show. It's happening as a pre-festival event. Also this Saturday we have a filmmaking workshop as a pre-festival event. So we really run the gamut of all the different arts disciplines, and we feel like if you can't find something to enjoy at this festival, then you just don't like art. This website has chock full of fun for everyone, and you can even go to the website and there's a calendar feature where you can choose, I only want to see theater, and then you can see only theater options on the calendar, or I only want to see children's events. So you can pull up just the events that are happening for kids, or I only want to see music or dance. So the calendar is really intuitive for you to use and check all that stuff out. And this great booklet, which are all over town right now, we've printed 35,000 of these, you can actually just download a digital copy of it on the website as well, if you don't happen to come across one of these in one of the visitor centers or libraries or hotels, many of the different places we've put them out. So
that's amazing.
We feel like it's worth the trip to travel. We do some advertising in Columbia and Charlotte and Myrtle Beach, so we appeal to folks from all over, and we're excited to see everybody next week. The weather's looking good for a lot of our outdoor events, and hopefully everything comes off without a hitch.
And you're the director here of North Charleston Cultural Affairs Office. What does the North Charleston Arts Fest mean to you? Oh, wow. Well,
I've been in this position for 2 years. And previously we had a longtime director, Marty, who had been here for, I think, 30 some odd years. And, she really laid the groundwork for this department to mean something in this city and to really provide access to the arts for everyone. And many of the things we do are free. And it's important to us to maintain that so that everybody can come and take advantage and be exposed to the arts. We recognize that a lot of kids in some of our higher poverty schools don't get that access, or they only get that access at school. So we're lucky to be able to provide performances, arts enrichment and after school programs for our kids, and children's theater programs for our kids. So those things are very important to me. In my previous job I did work with schools, so I'm happy to be able to continue to do that through the arts side. And really, being a place where artists can come and talk to us about things that they might need or information they want about the city, we're happy to provide those things. And really, being able to hire world-class talent to perform at all of the events we've produced throughout the year, it's a lot of fun for me, and I'm a music hog, so it appeals to me. Yes. And I love being able to bring in great acts for everyone to see.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle Lahm, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate this.
Thanks for coming out, Quintin, and we'll see you next week at the Arts Festival.
Exactly right. Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.